Okay, tonight's super easy. This is kind of the must-go dinner, but instead I'm going to incorporate halibut. So this is going to be a blackened halibut with some habanero salsa, as well as some cilantro lime with a little bit of avocado sauce. So normally I make all this by scratch, but a lot of this stuff's got to go. So I got this here, super tasty, the lime cilantro sauce. Then I also got Mrs. Renfro's habanero salsa that we had left over from the barbecue. And then, as I mentioned, crunchy coleslaw. All right, so I got nice fresh halibut fillet caught from the Pacific Northwest out in the ocean. So I've actually got two fillets. I already chopped one up. I'll show you that here in a second. But biggest thing with halibut is you want it to be firm. So if it's squishy, it's as soft, it's not very good. Okay, I'm using about a 2-pound fillet. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it up into little fingers like such. And then I'm going to be sprinkling a little bit of Black Magic Cajun seasoning on it. You can make your own Cajun seasoning, whatever you want. I really like this. It's super simple, it's super tasty. There's no salt in it, which is really nice. And it's not super hot, so here we go. Halibut, you don't need a lot. It's just a little bit of dusting. So kind of like what I did there, a little bit of dusting. You just want to kind of toss it around a little bit, because like I said, halibut is super good, super tasty. So you want to taste the fish, you don't want to taste just the seasoning itself, even though seasoning's very good. Okay, so I go ahead and put this on a napkin to let it just kind of soak in there a little bit, just kind of marinate a little bit in that seasonings. A couple of them I got a little thick, a little bit, but I'll probably end up washing them, brush them with butter a little bit to tame that down. But just put it on a plate with a napkin and let it sit. Now, regarding the salsa, normally I make a mango habanero salsa, but I'm in a hurry. So I got this here, little Mrs. Renfro's habanero mango salsa. It's left over. We had a little cookout this weekend. Super good, super easy. I'm just gonna throw this on there. Okay, my wife just told me she wanted cilantro lime rice. So I use basmati rice. You can use any long grain rice. I do 1 cup rice to 2 cups liquid. Now here's where the debate is. I use chicken broth. You can use beef broth, you can use water. I use chicken broth, gives a little extra flavor. Always rinse your rice. The other debate is, do you salt your water? I don't salt the water because I use chicken broth and usually has plenty of salt and sodium in it. So I don't usually salt it, okay? But because now my wife just texted me and said that we're gonna have her 19-year-old son Aiden come over, I have to double it. So I just do 2 cups rice, 4 cups chicken broth. One of these bad boys is 4 cups. Okay, so, okay, put the rest of it in there. Now, again, another debate. Do you simmer it? Do you boil it? Whatever. What I do is I bring it to a rolling boil, then I kill it all the way down to low, let it simmer for about 10 minutes with the lid on, and then I shut it off, and then I just let it be. I don't touch it until I'm ready, and then I fluff it, and then we're good to go. All right, let's get started on some rice. Okay, remember tonight is easy. So I've got some cilantro that I have left over from the UFC fight night on Saturday. Same thing, it's nice and crisp, it's nice and fresh, it's not slimy. Now, the debate as well, do you use flour tortilla, do you use corn tortilla? I like corn tortilla. So I usually use this Mission white corn tortilla, super good. How do you know it's any good, right? So if you bend it and there's no cracks, it's good. If you bend it and it cracks, it's no good. Throw it out. They're cheap. They're like $2.99 for like 1,000 or something. Okay, just throw them out. Now, not a lot of people know you can freeze these, and they freeze very, very well. So throw them in the freezer. Pull out what you need. Throw the rest in the freezer. Okay, because these are a lot of tacos. You don't need them all. So throw the rest in the freezer. All right, off we go. Okay, I got the rice boiling. I've got the fish marinating. I got my taco shells out. They're waiting. I got my cilantro out. It's drying out. Now, I don't want to hear any debate about, oh, you don't rinse your rice, or oh, you do rinse rice, or oh, you don't boil it. Cook it however you want. That's how I cook it. Some people cook it in a pressure cooker. I don't. My wife does. My wife likes to cook it in that. I don't. Okay, because I always burn it. So I just cook it on a pan. And, all right, here we go. All right, here we are. So I heat up the tortillas. I usually put them on the Blackstone. We've got the halibut ready to go. And then I use salted butter. Salted butter on here. So, okay, I put usually almost a whole stick of salted butter on the Blackstone. All right, I put a lot of butter on the Blackstone. Almost probably a half a stick. So, there we are. And then we just throw these bad boys on there. Now with halibut, it cooks super fast. Now I let it cook. We're going medium to high heat. And I let it go until I start seeing the whites. You'll see it here in a second. You'll see a little white going there. Now the other thing I do with halibut on tacos is I cook it like this and then I break it up. So they're actually halibut flakes within the taco. So there it is. I take a wet towel and then I put it in a little container of such. Then I put a dry towel over it so it actually steams my taco shells like such. Dry towel, wet towel. I take this, throw them in there, throw them in there, throw them in there. There we go. Throw it on there. Boom. Steams it. All right, see where it's starting to get opaque? Now this is where I rotate. Opaque means rotate. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Super good. Once you turn it, it will cook super fast. So you got to be prepared within we're talking 2 minutes aside. All right, there we go. Smell-o-vision. Okay, wifey finished the rice. She added cilantro and a little bit of lime and some butter. Mixed it up, call it a win. Okay, here we go. Just break that right in half and see. Ooh, look at that. It's almost done. Almost done. Here we go. So the smaller pieces are done. So I'll usually just see. There you go, perfect. See how that looks? There you go. Completely white. That's perfect. All right, so this is where I break it up. Literally almost done. And I break it up in large chunks. Now, you can use large chunks or you can use small chunks, so you can make it like a finger. Oh, the wind just blew down my cover. There we go. Looking good. Okay, here we are. I put a little bit of habanero on the bottom, and then some halibut, and then I'm going to put a little bit of lime sauce on it. A little bit of lime sauce on it, and some halibut. There it is, and some coleslaw.